and then the fans did everything, and then you continued to walk forward. And, like,
that was tough.
Let's not stretch the word.
I knew there had to be something.
It was a hard puzzle. Let's not stretch the word skill.
Well, it's because we're not used to having physics, right?
That's true. That was a physical challenge. So, theory, this place is some kind of preserve for humanity's history, and we're an endangered species. Theory, trying to find answers will only bring pain. Ceasing to care is the only escape.
Samsara.
Theory, this guy is 10 times more help than you, Samsara, so shut your face, says Sam. Theory, we're in some kind of incubator, waiting to be hatched. Theory, if you knew how little you know, then you wouldn't be expositing it here.
Exposing? I think exposing is the word you were looking
Whatever,
Dylan.
I can exposit all over the place.
You would too.
Spewing exposition. Which is kind of what he was doing, which means I wasn't wrong.
Everything is required.
Yes. I would take that advice to heart. If you have a piece that you're not using. Dude.
What?
I don't even fucking know. What? Is there like a jump fan that'll throw you over from another puzzle?
Maybe.
Like, I have no fucking clue. Those stars confound me.
Okay, so that's what's required, but...
Ah, no, you... Okay, so put the beam on that, like you did.
Yeah.
And then use your physical human body.
Oh, right. Duh.
To step on the button. And the fan turns on and blows the box down.
Okay. I want to try something before we move on.
Sure. It won't work.
Probably not.
It would never be this simple to get a star. Now, if you could get 3 boxes by the end of this, but it doesn't seem like it. That could be a possibility. If you, could, like, somehow smuggle an extra box in here.
There's also a red laser.
And that red, like, turn around. That red laser appears to power the decontamination beam.
Holy shit, you're right. Oh, I really want to get the stars.
So that is how you would get the star, by turning off the decontamination beam and bringing in other puzzle elements. You did it.
See, I definitely want to go back.
Hey, you've unlocked the thing.
I'll get it when I'm done with this world, because I don't think I need it in this world at all.
No, but it'll be in the next world. Wayne's World.
I really want to go back and try and figure out the stars, though, at some point.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, I think, honestly, I think the stars are like, I've done everything, let's go try for the stars. I don't think they're like a shortcut through the game.
No, of course.
Which, now that I've said that, they obviously are a shortcut through the game.
So, are you getting there?
Yes, and it would seem that the fan would do it.
I need that box first.
Which one, though?
Both.
How?
Oh, what the hell?
Fuck you, that's how. Oh, did you see what that did?
It broke the laser's line of sight.
Yes. What's the laser connected to?
That's a good question.
We need more data. It appears to be connected to a fan that is likely blocking your way like in the last puzzle. Because there was actually just a ladder in here.
Yes, so it is another timing one. I have to go fast. Alright.
You go too high. I would send the box and then immediately step on yourself. No, not a chance.
Okay. That was not the answer then.
But
Unless I to do both.
Yeah, that was my first thought, but I don't see how that would be better. Because you'd still have the same amount of time from when the second box goes, unless you can drop a box behind you. But that seems hard?
Yeah, that does seem hard.
It doesn't seem like it would require you to like do a spinning box drop. 360 no scope your box.
You beat this level, didn't you?
Yeah, I
could skipped it.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure I beat it. I beat many of the levels, but
there's
I
no way
assume-
that's the answer. That's
No,
way too
not-
fast. I wonder. Well, no, that wouldn't work.
The question is,
Oh wait,
what?
I have an idea.
Okay,
Maybe. Yeah, I have an idea.
okay.
Did I just put down a tree? Okay, no, it did fall down. Okay. Oops. Why didn't that work? Alright.
Because it's not a box while you're holding it, and you don't block the beam unless you stand in front of it for like a full second.
I'll grab the other one button. The other box then.
Yes, that will work. As well grab the fan just to be safe.
So I don't
But
accidentally
you
step
solved
on
the puzzle.
something. Anything over here? No.
So it was timing based, but in a completely different way. Nope, no secret blowers.
I was just gonna see if I could throw this over a wall somewhere, but
Well, you can't really throw things. You can only drop them. Congratulations, it's in there now. You did it. But I believe that is the puzzles. Hey, secret computer.
secret boot boot. Body and soul.
It is commonly supposed that the Egyptians believed the soul to live as long as the body continued undissolved. Therefore, they tried this method of eluding death. Could the wise Egyptians, said Nekaya, think so grossly of the soul? If the soul could once survive its separation, what could it afterwards receive or suffer from the body? The Egyptians would doubtless think, erroneously, said the astronomer, in the darkness of heathenism and the first dawn of philosophy, the nature of the soul still disputed amidst all our opportunities of clearer knowledge. Some yet say that it may be material who nevertheless believe it to be immortal. Those are really weirdly structured sentences.
Yeah, it was.
Like, there was no flow to those sentences.
Names are a funny thing, rather. I remember how much we struggled to come up with a name for our project. All serious scientists name their projects by just translating them to Greek or Latin, right? Corpus made me think of some horrible disease, so we used the Greek word instead, soma, quite appropriate. But then, since we needed corporate funding, we had to come up with a backronym. What? Corporations love backronyms, you know. They even sent us a list of buzzword-heavy suggestions to help us get started. Stuff like self-sufficient, orthostatic, modular android. Oh, okay, I gotcha.
Yeah,
because it's a code name. They want you to have a word.
Yeah, no, it's saying a backronym because the word is Soma, and now you're retroactively making it an acronym.
Okay.
So like Soma just is the Greek word for body.
Yeah.
And yeah, so you turn it into an acronym even though it was just a word to begin with. Like it didn't start as an acronym.
Ugh.
But it needs to become one because acronyms are cool. Like
No.
fezzes.
Fezzes are cool. Sustainable, observant, mechanized anthropoid, skeuomorphic, and omni-adaptable mobile anthropomaton. After a while, we get so frustrated that we started getting silly. Saber-toothed, overexcited murder android, sentient orthopedic monkey automaton, strange Olga's menacing assobot, superb octopod marinades applings, applings, right. Satisfying overcooked mint alligator, stinky ornithological mule allocator, scroink oof minky ack, stupid obscure meaningless acronym. Hey, that one actually works.
Hey!
In the end, we all ended up hating the name Soma just because we had so many fights about it with the sponsors. So when Alexandria told the story about the Talos Principle, something caught on. I don't know whether it really fits, but I kind of like it.
So they were gonna call it Soma, but they changed it to Talos because
Because of stupid ass acronyms.
Because, Joe Marketing said it needed to be an acronym. No, it can't just be NASA. What are you talking about?
I would call it NASA.
Alright,
New
unlock
tool.
your tool.
It's a rude way to talk about yourself. Just gonna grab one of these. Oh, that actually doesn't work.
You failed.
It's actually the first time I've had to move stuff.
It may be the second time, but because I was just thinking about that.
Okay.
And that's why they let you just set them off to the side like that. You succeeded.
That looks like a computer monitor.
You've unlocked the true power.
Calling on the computer whenever I want to. Oh, it's an on-off switch.
Is it?
Play. Is it record and play?
That's
Is this going to be a thing where I'm going to make things... I can set things up to go record and, like, move things and then hit play when I want them to go in the
I
order?
don't know. Is it?
That's... I think I just figured it out. That's amazing. That's insane, actually.
Yeah.
I'm really curious.
So go for the green puzzle if you want to see it in action.
Do I want to see it in action? Do I want to...
You may wonder why I have
Oops.
created these labyrinths for you. Why you can reach
Yeah, that's
eternity
one of
only
many
through
questions.
struggle. But have faith, for these trials serve the betterment of your kind.
Do they?
Yeah,
Alright,
yeah.
good.
Crisis and adversity and stuff breeds greatness. Blah blah blah.
Osiris text.
Alright. Now I will tell you of the many perils you will face in your journey through the Duat. Listen well, for the challenges that lie before you are great, and if you do not prove yourself worthy, you may never reach the eternal reed fields of Osiris, and you may be lost forever. From the second death, there is no awakening. The scribe brought
Double
forth...
death? Oh no.
Oh good, I'm double dead now. The scribe brought forth a great papyrus and carefully unfolded it before the dying man. The dying man beheld that it was a map of the Duat, showing the many paths that led to the Tower of Anubis, where his heart was to be weighed. On each of the many paths, which was threaded through the Duat like infinite threads woven by Neith, there were marked the dangers that the traveler must face. Also, there were great walls of iron that none but the gods could cross, and gates made of the purest light, and so the traveler could not avoid the trials that he had been decreed. He could only proceed towards the tower, proving his worth, thus earning the key to each sacred gate. Sounds like what we're doing.
Yeah, that's exactly
We're
what
going through, gates of the purest light and iron gates that only the gods can pass. And
We're not getting eternal
and
life.
we're
We're
working
dead.
towards the tower to
We're
gain our
already dead.
eternal life.
This is limbo.
You have no proof that we were ever alive.
That's a good point.
You-
What was I going to
I
say?
love when I read a novel and then yours comes up and it's like, like 10 sentences.
Yeah, exactly. I noticed that too. I love it. It's great. One thing I was going to say is that I love the double death cop out because
Double death.
It's because
Yeah,
remember when
so-
Dragon Ball Z had to bring in double death
So,
because death became meaningless.
In the book American Gods,
Yeah.
you get a full tour of the Egyptian death, which is pretty neat. And yeah, so they weigh your soul on a scale, and if your soul weighs more than a feather, then you get fed to Anubis and you get double death. Anubis consumes you, or not Anubis, the other guy that starts with an A, Apophis.
Apophis. Okay.
Apophis eats you. He's the big monster that lives on the dark side of the flat earth and eats everything. And then Ra fights him off all night, and that's where the sun goes.
Yes.
He goes to fight off Apophis, and then he rises again in the day, and then he just every night fights Apophis. But yeah, so if your soul weighs more than a feather, you don't get to be reincarnated or anything.
Isn't soul weight equivalent to guilt?
Yeah, it's the weight of your sins.
So if you
Even
just
for them, they
never-
didn't call it sins, but even for them, it was the weight of your actions in life.
Okay.
If you weighed more than a feather, you don't get it. And then in American Gods, he asks man, must not be a lot of people passing this test. And Anubis goes, we use a heavy feather. we use a real heavy feather.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Archive continues to grow, attempting to maintain a semblance of order as difficult as expected. Lost 7 people this week. Statistically speaking, trend should increase. Must focus on realistic goals. Too little time to grieve. Lost 7 people. I'm wondering if that is turnaround as in they quit because the project too big, or they literally died because the world was ending.
And I'm wondering what's destroying the world. Is it a disease? That would explain how 7 people could die.
Yes.
Because if it was a meteor hitting the Earth, everyone dies at once, right?
Yes, exactly.
So, it has to
Or
be
it could
something
be-
progressive. So it could be robots killing everybody.
It could be.
It has to be something that doesn't hit in a giant bang.
Well, I had originally thought too along the lines of robots or something attacking, but then the
Could
problem
be.
becomes these are scientists working on the archiving of humanity. Why would they go out into a danger zone?
Yeah. No,
I would say
disease is probably my
They're
best
turning into
guess.
salt.
Yeah. Don't worry, Nier will save us. All right.
No, we don't. He does way worse.
Yeah, it does. Listen.
He wants to.
He had some good ideas. Yeah, anyway. So, Flower 4, man, you know what really freaks me out? Hey, you want to take the other guy? The Charlie?
There's only 2 people?
Okay. Charlie on the Rocks.
Yeah.
Although it looks like he only said... Oh, no,
Then
he
it's
does
Charlie
not.
Rocks after
Yeah,
that.
Charlie Rocks, that's it. I don't...
Charlie on the Rocks, and then it changes to Charlie Rocks.
Okay, well, anyway.
Okay, so
I'll
what?
read Flower. So, the human body decomposes quite quickly, so all the information stored in the chemicals in our brains will be gone really quick.
I thought that said nicely, not quickly. I would have been, whoa, that's weird.
Really?
Dude.
The human body decomposes really nicely. Alright, so dude, but computers and books last a long time, so all our messages, ideas, our books, it'll all be out there.
Our porn.
Even being transmitted through space. Yeah, our porn too, I guess. Will all be gone, but the works of Aristotle will still exist. So will Star Trek and Firefly, Babylon 5, Lord of the Rings and Blade Runner.
Cyber porn. Wait, cyber fuck of Planet 6?
Or I'm guessing cyber sluts of Planetron
Oh yeah,
6.
probably cyber sluts of Planetron 6.
Shakespeare, Byron, hell, even video games. And then he just continues.
Something Overdrive 3.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, imagine if aliens fucked those. Just tons of porn. It's the joke I was making earlier.
This game is totally good at like, we'll say a joke and then it comes in like the next thing we read. But yeah, no, it's like
okay,
like
I'm gonna do the green one first.
we need to know about the human mating rituals. Apparently, the extremely short versions like get together like 4 at a time on one woman.
Oh look, another puzzle and another voice telling me I'm special, and another broken down computer with fragments of nothing. This world is a bad joke perpetuated by a cruel god too dumb to hit the off switch. Dog.
Yes.
All right.
And notice that dog is God spelled backwards.
It is.
All right. Use the device.
I was right. Record.
Yes, it is essentially like it says it's play and record, but it is essentially time travel. like it works as the equivalent to time travel.
Okay.
So you've turned off that first gate. So this is where the game starts to get mind-bending.
I can already understand how this is going to.
And you've seemed to have intuited one thing I was going to give as a tip. It's whenever you go to a place and do something as your past self.
Yep.
Always wait a second to give in case you fuck up in the present.
Yeah. No, I immediately went. Oh, it's time. It's a recording and a play button. I'm going to.
You're
need time.
Creating your own timer is
Yep.
what you're doing. So yes, this is the mechanic that I was saying is actually just as interesting as a
100%
portal.
can understand how this is going to get really mindfucky and why you would have all of a sudden hit a wall.
It's not necessarily that there was a specific puzzle that did it, although it probably was. But it's more that it just like it started to be like, wow, I'm coming here to do my job of solving these puzzles. Like, it's just like, I want to play something else now. I don't...
Okay, I got an idea.
Yeah.
Some of these challenges must be designed with cooperation in mind, but I am the only one here.
So he came here before unlocking the recording device. I should mention that it's not actually time travel.
Doink.
Oh wait, no, it is actually time travel. I totally forgot. No, I was right. It does work exactly like time travel.
Figured out that really quickly.
Yeah, I forgot that all the objects you use also get copies.
I assumed as much, and that's why I was like, what's the first thing I'm going to try? Do I get duplicates? Yes, I do. Perfect. This one's also the play button.
Do the time. Don't do the crime if you can't do the key line.
Pie? Oh.
You did it.
Oh. Oh.
You're the hero.
Wait. I understand. Okay.
Creating your own timers. Ow.
So interesting.
Yeah, isn't it?
I can almost get into the C door.
Mm-hmm.
I like this. I can't wait to get mind fucked by it.
Yeah, it's so good. I mean, we were getting mind fucked by just the lasers in a puzzle earlier.
That's a good point. That is an
like,
excellent
like,
point.
Like now you've got lasers. Imagine a puzzle with every tool that you've seen in the game, and you can create duplicates of those tools with your time travel device.
Yeah.
Which, it's a weird... I am going to call it time travel, in that it's a weird time travel. You're bringing the past into the present. Like,
Yeah.
well, essentially you're just recording a hologram that has weight, like a Star Trek hologram, and then it also...
But its actions
it creates all
create
of the objects and stuff, and then when it's done... Okay, yeah, so all of the objects in a puzzle will be duplicated. But not, like, I think, like, the blue ones can't be touched by your human hands. Like, the blue ones are the past version. You don't say. So you gotta block
2 lasers.
those lasers. How do block laser?
I just gotta figure out how much timer I need, too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you gotta block it, give you a good amount of time, then run to the button, stand on that for a good amount of time.
Yeah.
And then you've gotta block it with yourself in real time with the real box at the same time that your fake self is doing it.
I'm just gonna give myself a lot of time here.
Yep. That's the way to do it. Alright, so now get there and block yours.
Oh, shit.
No, yeah, you need to wait for your guy to go forward. Like, when he... There, go. Grab the fan just in case. Yeah. The fake fan is going because you still exist, but it only affects the fake you.
Yeah.
It's blowing fake wind at a fake you.
I think it actually was making me move.
No, it wasn't.
I think it was.
I mean, the fan shoots you forward at monumental speeds.
It made me go forward slowly, I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure you walked forward slowly.
I'll take it later. There's things back that... Oh,
Like,
wait.
why? It would either affect you the same or not at all. In my opinion, it would be really weird.
Sure, I could stick around here, set my hopes on eternal life and righting every wrong, but the closest I'll ever get is these words on the wall before you. V. Oh, an audio log. Epitaph, child programmed, codename terminated here. Oh, is a person.
Yeah.
Fatal flaw in serious firmware and final memory dump, life short, progeny programs dog. Dog
So
is part
he
of that.
became Dog. Or Dog came from his program.
Interesting.
So yeah, there were a lot marked with @ and we assumed that it was just, like, random, but that was actually a character.
Okay. Hey, it's you.
Hey.
Am I going crazy or do the computer terminals have a personality? I wrote that one too.
Yes.
I'm gonna get the audio log.
DNA
audio
is
log.
information transmitted across time.
That could be.
The living and the dead are part of the same
Burning
chain,
heart always loves
bound
to
together by chemistry. That's true of all species. But humanity has taken this bond further. Thanks to technology, we have access to the thoughts and ideas of people whose physical bodies are long gone. Like you listening to me now. Even though I'm definitely dead at this point, you're part of that chain.
You don't know.
You have the capacity to remember.
Thanks.
Yes. You have the capacity to remember. Now do the puzzle, puzzle monkey.
Alright, we got lasers. and we got boxes.
We got boxes, we got lasers.
Okay. What was over here?
We got no time travel.
Okay.
No holograms.
That was easy. Oh, there's a fan right there. In a dead-end room? That's weird.
Yes. Remember how I said the only way to get to that star would probably be for fans to blow you in from other puzzles? Maybe there's like a series of like fan jumps that go in a sequence. And you gotta find the starting point.
Yeah,
So like the fan that
certainly
launches you could be on the other side of the level from the place that you need to go if there are intermittent like boost fans.
So I wonder if I'd come into this world first before getting the fan or play, would the technology be there? Like, would there still be things that I just can't move them? Or would they be empty?
I have no idea.
That's a good question, though.
When we unlock the next thing, maybe we don't pick it up right away because you have to actually go there, and then you just find a level that uses it and see what happens.
Okay.
Because he might just go, God might just go, oh, you do not have the tools necessary to complete this.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, like, because like with a fan, there's always a thing, right? There's always a square that you put the fan on.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if there's just no square, or if there is.
Well, I would think that it would either not let you into the test at all.
Oh,
like,
okay.
You
Yeah.
just seal the gate, or there would be nothing there.
Well, my reason behind that is I think the series of jumps, the hidden jumps, could be they might have been on worlds that I would not have had that tech at yet. So I'm wondering if I go
Anyway.
back to them, they'll actually be there.
It seems that mistakes are easily forgiven here. I thought I had surely died, yet here I am, reset, rebooted, reborn. I will tackle these challenges anew.
It almost seems like we're already
Samsara.
immortal.
Jump program. It's good. Epitaph Samsara terminated here. Program failed to pass random memory test. Final memory dump. Being torn limb from limb by machines for the rest of eternity becomes less and less appealing to me.
Progeny programs Samsara version 7.2.3
So
series.
there's a Samsara 0.3 instead of 0.2.
So she just kept running in and dying over and over again. And
So yeah, presumably, if you turn back to that,
Yep.
that might be it. No, the other one.
Yep.
That might be implying that Samsara 72.2 died 39 times.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Because it's the 0.3 series is the new program, but that other number might be the number of runs.
And it died 39 times before giving up.
Yeah. Anyway, there's a puzzle in here.
There is. Okay. So the first part was easy because I didn't have to, I could just circumnavigate it. But now, oops, shoot, I need to do this.
Yes.
This.
You need to do the puzzle.
Okay.
Yeah, see, it's one of the really long ones to make sure you don't screw with it. Which I assume this one might be as well.
And actually,
Yeah.
I'm gonna,
Block the one.
no, what I was actually doing is, lining them up.
Oh, yes, that one. Yes, you did it. You
I
can
can
now
get to the
get
next
to
floor.
floor 2. Why would you do that or want it?
That is interesting.
This is a box that was not part of the puzzle. But there's no way to get it out.
I need to look around some more.
Well, if nothing else, you could put the box down and like peek over that wall and where the fan is sealed in.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Okay, so yeah, there's a jump fan. So if you could somehow get 3 boxes in here, you could get over that wall. And jump. And oh no, the star is in here on this side. This is the end point. And that fan is your way out.
I would need 3 boxes to stack.
3 boxes if you were to stack it, but it could be that there's like a jump in point somewhere. Like that would be a simple.
I'm gonna get my other box back. I was also kind of thinking maybe I have to line up a crystal somewhere attached to the red laser on boxes if it's visible somewhere.
So yeah, you would need a 3rd box to actually get on top. No, you can't Minecraft it.
I don't want to just throw it in there.
You also can't. I doubt it.
It was worth a try. Alright, so I have to come back. There's definitely something to
But
this.
yes,
but I
the
need to-
star is in there. Though, like I say, there's some small possibility that there could be like a jump pad that throws you into that spot.
It's just a question as well of like where and what puzzle will I come from, if a puzzle at all.
Yeah, and you can't get on the Sphinx, right? Like, do a circle to the Sphinx. Because I feel like the Sphinx would hold a secret if
That's a
anything,
good
yeah.
point, actually.
That bush is a secret. The first time I ever played D&D, I told the fighter to attack a bush, and it was the right call because the bush was alive.
Really?
Yeah, it was like a twig bush enemy, and it was before our DM got used to us like guessing what was going on, sort of thing. And I'm like, he described the bush. He would never describe the
Yeah,
bush.
I'm also questioning why he was describing the bush.
I mean, because it was there. He had to describe the bush. But he hadn't been describing minute details up until then, which he started doing after. Like, he learned, oh, yeah. It's like when I was DMing the Call of Cthulhu for you guys, I would sometimes just roll dice in the background.
Yeah.
And sometimes I was rolling for things that happen in the background, and sometimes I would just throw in dice.
Just for fuck with us? Yeah,
Yeah,
that makes
so
sense.
that way you couldn't, because if I always just go, oh, okay, give me a second. Like, I just made it a normal thing that happens constantly.
That makes a lot of sense.